In programming, inputs and outputs are essential for enabling interaction between a program and its users or other systems. Inputs refer to data that a program receives, while outputs are the data it generates or sends out in response. These inputs and outputs can take various forms, depending on the program's purpose and the nature of the interaction it facilitates. Understanding how to handle different types of inputs and outputs is key to developing user-friendly and functional software. Inputs can come from many sources, such as a keyboard, mouse, microphone, or external devices like sensors. In simple terms, an input is any piece of information provided to the program to influence its behavior or calculations. For instance, in a basic calculator program, a user might type numbers and operators through a keyboard, which the program interprets as input to perform calculations. Inputs can also come in less direct forms, such as data retrieved from a file, received over the internet, or provided by an external system like a database. Similarly, outputs are the information or results the program provides back to the user or another system. Outputs might include text displayed on a screen, sounds played through speakers, files saved to a disk, or data transmitted to a network. For example, in a weather application, the program might receive input from an online data source and then output a weather forecast displayed to the user in a graphical interface. When working with text-based inputs and outputs, strings are a particularly common data type. A string is a sequence of characters, which may include letters, numbers, symbols, or spaces. Strings are always written inside quotation marks, which clearly indicate to the computer that the data should be treated as text. In most programming languages, both single and double quotation marks are valid for defining strings. For example, in Python, a string might be written as "Hello World" or "Hello World." Quotation marks are vital because they allow the program to differentiate strings from other data types such as integers or floats. For instance, the input 123 without quotation marks might be interpreted as a number, whereas 123 enclosed in quotation marks is treated as text. The use of strings and their quotation marks is especially important when designing programs that require user interaction. For example, if a program prompts a user to enter their name, the input will likely be processed as a string, even though the characters entered could resemble a number or a mixture of characters. When outputting information, strings are equally versatile. A program could display messages, instructions, or formatted data using strings. For instance, an online shopping platform might output a string such as, "Your total is $15.99. Thank you for shopping with us." This message is stored as a string, defined within quotation marks, and then displayed to the user. The flexibility of strings allows programmers to include dynamic content within outputs by concatenating, joining strings together, or embedding variables within them. For example, if a program needs to display a personalized greeting, it could store the user's name in a variable and combine it with a predefined string. In Python, this might look like name equals Alice, followed by print hello, plus name plus sir. The quotation marks in hello by and fun ensure these parts are treated as strings, while the variable name provides dynamic content. More advanced formatting methods, such as f-strings in Python, allow variables to be embedded directly into strings, improving readability and efficiency. By correctly identifying and handling inputs and outputs, as well as understanding the role of strings and their use of quotation marks, programmers can create interactive, user-friendly applications. These principles form the backbone of communication between the user and the program, as well as between different components of a software system. Whether a program is reading a file, accepting user input, or displaying results, the careful management of inputs, outputs, and string data ensures seamless and effective interaction.